It was a chilly Friday morning when Mr. Thompson announced that his 10th grade class would be volunteering at the local soup kitchen. Groans filled the class's room. This was not how the students had hoped to spend their weekend. Despite their protests, Saturday found them apron-clad and facing a bustling kitchen. At St. Andrew's Mission, Jasmine, a usually indifferent student, was placed at the food serving station. Next to her was Kevin, who thought he was too cool for this kind of charity work. The line was long, filled with all sorts of people, many having rough, weary expressions. Jasmine scooped stew into bowls with a detached air until an elderly man with a thin, weak smile stretched his hand toward her. "Thank you, dear. Bless you all for this warmth," he said, his voice brittle like thin ice. Her heart twanged. She looked properly at him, and others, seeing them, really seeing them. Kevin was on dish duty, scrubbing pots resentfully. That was until he struck up a conversation with Clara, a volunteer, who shared stories of people they were helping. They weren't just faces in the crowd, they had names, dreams, and stories shattered by circumstances. Approaching the end of the day, the class gathered around Mr. Thompson. Our faces transformed from sullen to contemplative. Each had a story to tell, small interactions that pieced together a larger, more human story than the one they had imagined. "It's easy to ignore things that don't touch our lives directly," Mr. Thompson remarked, "but every single person has a struggle, a story worth understanding. Today, you've contributed to those stories positively." As they left the soup kitchen, there was a different air about the class, a quiet acknowledgement that perhaps there was more to learn outside their books. Today, they'd fed people, but in return, their spirits had been nourished too.